Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic start to your week. Before we jump into the action, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this content. If you're interested in supporting us a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. If you are interested in joining our YouTube joining our YouTube channel, you can do that here as a member. Memberships start at just $2 a month, and it gains you access to some really cool emotes that are the four primary, emotions that every Dungeon Master feels while running a game. In addition to that, if you're interested in joining any of our games like this one, you can do so by joining us on our Patreon. You can get into any of the campaigns through that. You just need to set up a one-on-one with me first. Don't do that this week. Do it next week. And yeah, without further ado, Fordrum, tell us what happened last session.
Hi. Last session, I left the stones where everyone was sleeping. The stone sleeping section, which you can't talk about, to convince Sinclair, Lieutenant Kramer, and Guilty, our NPCs, PC and two NPCs, not to kill Corberta. It took a long time to negotiate that, but eventually they seemingly saw the logic. We then became aware that in order to enter into the place we were going, you had to go through a gate. The gate sorted people out by a registry that is dated back to the Age of Arcanum. The registry, for some reason, doesn't allow higher level wizards or mages of certain types in unless they are part of this registry. As we approached, apparently our person that we're the noble that we are helping to save, what was his name? Dang it, why am I blanking on his name? Hiram. It is Hiram. Okay. Hiram.
Yeah.
Started hearing voices, and the voices were asking him things like, "Are these your friends?" and calling him a some type of what was he? He wasn't the librarian. He was the headmaster. And
yeah.
To his confusion, he was like, I'm the headmaster, and yeah, these are my friends. They're here to help me too. And subsequently, we were able to walk in, pass through the gate, and everybody was fine, except we appeared in one location, the vault, where we requested to go, and nobody else did. So it's just the player characters at the vault with the big wall of ice that we were told was impossible to get through. At the wall of ice, we tried a couple things, but touching the ice was painful, so those didn't work. We couldn't blow it up, which in hindsight probably wasn't really going to work either. Sinclair was able to open up his gate from our side to the other side, and without a lot of testing, we sort of threw something into it. We saw it come out the other side, and the very next time, unbeknownst to Fordrum, some things started to attack at the back of the room. Fordrum dove through the gate. On the other side of the gate, I ran into two wizards who were kind of in the middle of doing their thing. I sort of tried to plead with them that we won't hurt them.
Stephen.
Bishop followed me through, and pretty much immediately we realized that they were not going to succumb or negotiate or do anything. They were just going to kill us. So the attack started on our side. Meanwhile, back with the other group, 3 of these mage hunting creatures showed up, and in just a few rounds between Argon, Sinclair, and Corvus, they were able to dispatch the 3 of them, killing all of them. Sinclair being angered by the fact that his spell caused him to believe that he was the strongest and the greatest of all, and those should have been his kills, but nonetheless, everybody got some kills, or maybe Corvus killed them all. And then subsequently, despite a few rounds of Fordham trying to beat on one of the mages and Bishop shooting the other one with Eldritch Blast after Eldritch Blast, the group finally made their way through and did the finishing touches to dispatch the two witches, or whatever they were, that were made up almost entirely of worms. And that's where we've left it. We've left it with them just having passed and us being in a room looking around.
So, you all begin catching your breath. Argon and Bishop both feeling the fatigues of battle much more greatly than everybody else. You look around at this section of the vaults that you have entered into. The craggy-looking breakings of this once beautiful, pristine location seems eldritch in nature. The large protrusions of branches are far too symmetrical to be a natural incursion of a tree's thick roots breaking into this location. You see pillars on the sides of a far wall that encapsulate with runic markings into what appears to be the starlit sky that some of you vaguely recognize as your own sky. When you look around carefully for a few moments, you all notice you no longer see the breath emanating out from your lips as you are walking. You don't feel any particular cold, warmth, or temperature at all. It leaves a tingly sensation on all of your skins. And this is where we begin.
Were those words? Joy, I still have tongues on. Do I understand it?
Wait a second. Nope. The ability specifically says becomes incomprehensible.
Okay. Had a moment. I look at Argon and go, what did you do to them?
You're muted, Argon.
I didn't do anything. The two creatures spit on him or something. I don't know.
Since
What
Corvus
happens when you get up close?
Yeah, since Corvus is next to me, I put my hand on him and I go, bro, I don't understand a word coming out of your mouth right now. Point at what you need.
I just flip off the dead creatures.
Bishop, Argon, drink some of these healing potions. You guys look wrecked.
Yes. And I will drink. Should I start with one or two?
Start with at least two.
Fordham just shakes his head like I have no response.
How much do healing potions do?
2d4 plus 2.
So 4d4 plus 4, because I'm drinking two of them.
Yep. You pop one in either side of your mouth and go.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, doubled my hit points.
You heal perfectly average. Jeez.
Ooh.
Hey, perfectly average. Twinsies. Does that spark a cosmic event? Do you guys think that would spark a cosmic event?
I
Is
do.
that enough?
Level
Yeah.
1 potions? I don't think that's quite a cosmic event yet.
All right. Well, we'll see on the next rolls then.
I just drag my kill over to Argon and point at his bag.
My bag's not going to fit that. My bag's condensed in size. You got to talk to Corvus. Good luck.
Talk to Corvus. That was funny. Sorry.
So what's up here?
Argon wanders, Fordrum follows. Oh, be careful,
Argon.
be careful. That's like
Argon, as you begin walking up to this area, you have to climb over the large steps that are about 5-foot gaps up to the larger statuses. And once you get onto this platform, you notice you start moving incredibly quickly up here. Fordrum, the moment you climb up and over there, let me look at your character sheet.
speed 25.
You are moving significantly slower than you were previously.
Yeah, fine.
Seems difficult for you to walk up here.
Ooh. Is
You
it
guys
really
ever
cool
seen a
to walk up?
dust bunny get sucked into a vacuum? Let's find out what happens. I'm gonna kick on my fly ability.
Mhm.
Not a spell. It's a and I will fly over to where Argon is, and I hope I don't get like sucked into something.
Let me look at your sheet real quick.
Yeah.
Even with your fly, you are moving significantly slower
Okay.
than you would feel you would be.
Okay, cool.
So Fordrum and Bishop, both of you have a walking speed of 20 feet up here.
Okay.
Argon, you have a walking speed of 40 feet up here. Oh, wait, 60 feet up here. Not
60, even better.
So, Joey, what are these?
What are...
The little brown circles.
These little
Oh,
fungus-looking spots?
You look down at the ground and there's this greenish bluish looking moss covering certain sections of the raised platform that you were walking across. The moss seems to almost shift slightly back and forth as you are looking at it.
Sinclair and Corvus, will you guys search those bodies of the worms and see if there's any books or any information on any of them, please? Or that one that you're by? Thank you.
You said there's runic markings on the pillars.
Yes, I did.
What do they read as?
You'll have to get significantly closer to one of them to find out.
That's fine.
As you approach over there and start looking at it more closely and attempting to read it, you have the eyes of
the
bullshit,
Runekeeper.
right?
Yep.
Eyes of the Runekeeper. Okay. I need you to give me a charisma saving throw.
Oh fuck. You know what? We'll use. Yeah, we'll go ahead and use our game inspiration.
I say, if anybody can pass a charisma saving throw, it should be you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I can't
You
talk
would
right
think.
now, so.
Hippity hoopla.
Alright.
And 20. As you are peering at the runic markings, you feel a pressure in the front of your mind as your eyes attempt to translate and decode what these markings are specifically. And you are successful, but it took a tremendous amount of effort. And usually your eyes don't require effort to work. These markings seem to be very old, ancient glyphs in order to encapsulate the marker of what is written here as the end.
So this is supposed to be the end. Okay.
These are glyphs meant to protect and mark what is known as the end.
Oh!
So, since I have no idea what he's saying, and I'm not even going to try and translate it, what's is this a table or something in front of me? This part here?
You-
Or
you make it up there significantly faster than everybody else for once. And when you look at this table, you see underneath it, there appears to be a locked trunk, bless you, that has runic markings written in Draconic as well as Giant. Do you understand both languages?
I do.
Okay, you can actually translate everything written on it. These markings are powerful glyphs of warding, protection, sealing, and locking. There is a tremendous amount of them on this chest underneath the podium. On top of it, there is a vaguely humanoid-shaped skull and what appears to be an eye lying beside it. The eye has a feline slit through the center of it, a slightly yellowish hue, and the backside of the eye, the extension of all of the internal veins that would protrude back there, they seem to be lying there covered in gold. Aside from that, there is a small conch that is black, that's curled in a C shape. Yes, Bishop.
Before anyone touches anything, Argon and Fordrum, can I just have 10 minutes with both of you?
No. We have to save Hiram, and I don't know that we have a lot of time.
10 minutes. 10 minutes is all I ask. 10.
Yeah,
We need an antidote now.
but I'm assuming he's trying to get at something that may help with answers.
Does it help with our antidote need?
It could be a matter of life or death for the three of us.
I just look over at Argon, and I'm like, well, if you put it that way, I guess, sure.
Corvus, can you hold this for me? And I'm gonna hand Corvus my egg, my stone egg.
Mm-hmm.
And I will pop Fordrum and Argon and myself into the egg, and we can do a short rest in 10 minutes.
That's handy.
So the three of you, as you land in there, immediately feel very sleepy and just lie down on a very soft couch, pillow, teddy bear. I don't know. What do people sleep on in there?
Yeah, so it's nice, it's comfy. I mean, the beds and stuff are stone, but above it is like a nice soft downy
Hey.
Yeah. It's nice. It's got, a mattress on top of the stone, let me put it that way.
And we will fast forward 10 minutes, leaving the two of them who can't communicate by themselves.
Actually, I can. There is a way I can.
Okay.
I can't.
I take out a piece of paper, which I have plenty of, because I do contracts. And I use my ink that I have.
Neck move.
And I write to Corvus, the runes on the wall over there are very, very old and hard to read, but they are marking that this is the end, which also was brought up when talking about this facility. They believe that this facility was the gateway to the end.
And then just real quick, Fordrum and Argon, you get an additional bonus to your hit points of your proficiency bonus. You can add that onto for the short rest.
Oh,
Okay. Great.
I didn't need that last roll then.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt chatting.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
And then on the bottom, I put, can you put my bug in the bag? We don't have time to put it in the augment right now.
Then I take it and put it in the bag.
Already?
And I just write out,
the bug
thank
and-
you.
So,
close enough.
And then we
Are the two
continue
of you
looking
doing
through the worm infested mages, see if they had anything
Ooh.
on them.
the only thing that still lies there is the featureless masks that seem to be holding and housing all of the tendrils of the hundreds of worms that made up the composition of these mages and their robes. Roll me an investigation roll.
I'll give Corvus advantage.
Already.
Corvus?
All right,
Corvus.
what? No.
Investigation roll? Yeah,
All right.
you're the smart one here.
With advantage.
With advantage,
Oh.
because you're being helped.
Yeah.
Better.
17. On the larva spawns, you find their robes, their masks, which seem to have religious significance to these individuals in some manner. You find one or two stray worms that were left behind as the rest of them moved away and dug too quickly away from the location. And you find a smooth rainbow-colored egg-shaped stone.
Anything strikingly special about it, or just pretty?
It is smooth, it is rainbow-colored, and it is egg-shaped. That is what you can discern at a glance.
Fair enough. I show it to Sinclair.
At the end of you showing this off, you both begin to talk normal again, and Sinclair, you no longer feel obnoxiously confident in your own abilities. It fades.
Ah. That was probably the nastiest tasting bug I've ever eaten.
Yeah, that was not a fun sensation, I must say.
That's a fancy looking egg. Stone thing.
Whatever it is. I think Ogden will know what it is.
Possibly.
Huh?
Do you think the other one might have one on it as well?
Well, let's take a look.
Then we go dig on to the other one.
All right. To expedite the process, you find the exact same things minus that stone.
Huh, guess not.
And around this time, the three of you awaken.
Oh, that's much better.
Oh,
Thank you, Bishop.
Yes, a power nap always helps.
Yeah.
Don't metagame. It was a power nap.
All right, so let's go back and meet up with the other two. Hopefully, at some point, they'll be able to talk again. At any point, Joey, did we ever pass the part where she said she was going to have to cast, that Corberta was going to have to cast Featherfall?
No, because you immediately got teleported here because,
Okay.
well, the headmaster said that you should go here.
Yeah, because he stole my chair.
You gave it.
We'll get it back. I promise. That's why we got to save him. It has nothing to do with him.
It's all about the chair. All right, so we've got a chest, which is covered in protective runes, which theoretically I could try and dispel. I don't know that I understood anything more than that.
All right.
Do they appear back onto our plane, or are they still in the rock?
Oh,
I
we
think we
would've
just
gone
popped.
back.
Yeah, we just popped back.
We'd be having this
Sorry, never
conversation as we pop out.
Oh, look, they're back.
Oh, look, you can talk again.
Hey, Ogden,
Hey,
catch.
Oh no, you're throwing it at him?
Eh,
Argan,
like
give me
a
a
light toss from like
sleight of-
5 feet away.
Argan, give me a sleight of hand or athletics check. Your
Oops.
call.
It shouldn't be disadvantage. It should just be regular.
15 is high enough. He tosses it to you. You go, ah, and catch it.
Also, Argon, this place is the inn that they were mentioning.
Yeah, so that was the
ruins
name of
over
the
there.
ruins.
Yeah, the runic markings over there are so ancient and take a lot of effort, which is odd to understand. But yeah, supposedly this marks where they deemed the end to be. So maybe it leads to another plane, or where our world ends and their world begins. I don't know.
Could be.
Well, we're still looking for a antidote.
So we've got the chest, and there's this fungus or whatever it is growing in spots. It's possible that could be it.
Nobody knows how to make this antidote, is what we're.
Well, they did say that the disease comes from spores from a plant. So maybe this moss is that plant.
Ah!
Does it look edible?
No, you inhale
Roll
it
me
when
a
you.
nature check.
I'd say both of them are probably screwed.
I didn't say I ate it. I just said I didn't look. But I will roll nature. Here we
It's
go.
a slippery slope, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You take a bump, and then all of a sudden, now you're addicted to the bump.
They said that you have to breathe it in. So.
Bishop, that strikes you as something that looks like it could physically be ingested, but there would probably be a lot of repercussions for trying it.
You don't eat anything. I think that they said that there were spores that infected you if you messed with it. And so, I don't know what to say. Do we get a sample of this stuff?
We could always use the hand to put it in a container of some sort. I don't want to go near it.
Hang on.
Let's see the.
Do we have a container?
We just
mean-
emptied 4 potion bottles.
Wait, you don't smash yours on the ground immediately like a Viking?
No, I don't.
Another.
I will.
I'll go. Sorry, I'm just gonna walk out here. Go ahead and do whatever Bishop was gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna. You'll see one of the bottles that I have kind of move over to the moss that's below Corvus and to the left.
Okay.
And then the bottle
Alright.
sets itself down, and then I am going to try to get a little bit of the moss inside the. And I moved myself on the map where I'm at. So.
Everybody else, where are you?
Oh.
I'm going to come up here with Corvus. I don't want to be that close to wherever they're experimenting.
Argan, where did you go?
Yeah.
I don't see you.
I'm
Oh,
up
you went all
top.
the way to the. Oh, you're
Yeah.
walking that. All right, put yourself right here on this marker, and I'll get
Okay.
to you here in a moment.
That's fine.
Yeah, just get right there. 25. You feel cozy right there, Fortro?
Yeah, I'm just looking at these spores, trying to figure out what I'm gonna do about it.
Bishop, I need
Yeah.
you to roll me a spell casting ability check, adding your
Alright.
proficiency bonus. So roll Eldritch Blast. It's the same number.
Yep, that's a good idea.
You start blasting the moss.
Bum.
I see the moss. I start blasting.
Oh, 25.
25. Little bits and flakes of the moss start to get peeled, squished, and pulled off. And as it does, you see the spores start pushing out, but only in a very small radius around it. You're moving very carefully and grabbing and pinching at it very slowly. And eventually, you fill your one vial, I'd say after about 5 minutes or so, with enough of it.
Perfect. Just like Operation.
Would leave this one gone. The entire time it seemed to spore out no more than within 5 feet of the item, with you being as gentle as you were. But even as gentle as you were, it still spored out 5 feet.
I'd say get the ones over there for the next 2 bottles. Try to collect as
Those
much as we
two-
can.
Those two start at 20 feet off the ground and 25 feet off the ground.
Is there movement in the air?
I mean, if somebody can fly, which Bishop said he can. Right now.
No, I get that. I just meant, is there a breeze or something like that?
Like if we break wind, does it kind of just sit there, or will it drift into?
It
crop
lingers.
rust.
It lingers in only one area.
Good to know.
I assume one of you would have tested this by now.
I did it in the rock before I came back.
That
And
rock's
it
gonna
lingers
be
there
great.
too.
Left a little surprise for the re-entry.
The next time
They
Bishop
don't
goes
call it
home,
dwarven
oh my god!
fortitude for nothing.
Yep. So
yeah. Let's go over to Argon real quick, because he was stepping.
Hmm.
As you step there, Argon, I need you to roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh, come on, baby Jesus. Oh!
Hot diggity dang.
Argon, your physical movement, your passive maneuvering of your own being seems to no longer work as soon as you step on that portion. It's odd, but as you command your body to move mentally, it does so. It's a sensation you have not experienced before, as you have to manually consider moving.
He didn't
I
have
like
one
driving
of
the chair.
the...
It is. Yes. Good thing you have a lot of practice. Everyone else, as Argon steps forward, you see his body collapse onto the edge of this pathway. And you see another Argon standing there, or floating directly in front of it.
Argon, you okay? 1, 2.
I think so.
I see 2 of you. Are both of you okay?
I
You
look
turn
behind
around and
me.
Argon, you look unconscious.
Ah! I appear to be having some form of out-of-body experience.
Let's
Maybe this
pretend
is-
I don't know what that exactly means, other than the obvious that I see.
Don't go towards the light.
I'm gonna guess this is something like astral projection. Do I step off the ledge and see what happens? Can I float up?
Yeah. You just
I can move myself
raise 5
vertically?
feet. just by thinking. Yeah.
I wonder if you can see inside the box now.
I'll look back towards the altar or towards the table.
Yeah.
Does the book look any different from here?
The book.
Oh, sorry, the box. The rune-covered
The box? The box looks exactly the same, but the skull on top of the table has a slightly yellow pigmentation and skin all around it of an individual who's just sitting there.
Well, the skull looks different.
Can you talk with it?
Fortune just looks over at it like,
Or should I?
I'm gonna try and mage hand move it to. I'm gonna try and mage hand pull it towards me. Is it far enough? What's the range on mage hand? 30 feet.
Mage hand is 30 feet. So yeah,
So,
you
yeah.
summon your mage hand to go out, grab the skull,
Yeah.
and as you drag it, are you dragging it towards you?
Yes.
As it gets to you, the skull ends exactly next to your body, but then an individual appears directly beside you.
do we see an individual or does just he?
Oh, all of you see them standing there.
Hello.
The individual standing before you is a unique yellow coloration to them with little bits of hairs that look to be growing on the edges of the face. The face itself is very flattened with the absence of a distinguished nose other than markings right above the lips. Their ears are pointed and sleeked backwards, very similarly to elves, but nothing else about them has a remotely elven feature. And as they stand there, they look over at you. You freed me.
Were you trapped?
Do we all
Enslaved.
hear this?
Yeah, the voice is echoing out towards you all.
Who enslaved you?
Some man who came through here when I was defending it.
Are you one of the researchers of this facility? Or protectors?
No, I am not. I am, let's say, volunteer to safeguard dangerous relics for uncivilized individuals.
We're looking for a cure for, what was it, the frigid death? Argon?
Frigid woe.
Frigid woe.
The frigid woe. Yes, that is one of the things that are very dangerous about this place. For freeing me, I will grant you the knowledge of how to get this cure. But I warn you of this. Destroy the woe, wherever it may be. Do not let it plague your world like it has plagued others.
Is that what all these little piles of stuff are around here?
Yes.
They're not part of the cure. We can just destroy them.
I believe so.
So, what is this place other than a vault of dangerous weapons?
Supposedly it's something about the end.
This is the end of your world,
I was
where
right.
it meets the outer planes.
So are you and me between the planes right now?
That we are. I have to admit, not many people from your world would be capable of existing out here and talking like yourself.
He is a very well adept mage and descendant of headmasters.
I throw my mug at Sinclair. As soon as the word descendant comes out, I just spin around, I pull the mug off of my hip, and I fling it at him real fast. Shush!
Yeah.
Naked
The
ant!
secrets of your world are not something I care about.
How long have you
I
been
only
trapped
care.
here?
Well, counting by the perception of your time, I would warrant a few months.
But you were a guardian here before you were trapped here?
No, I was a volunteer. I happened to
volunteer.
stumble upon this location and I wanted to safeguard it from anybody else. To tamper with it. That is why I placed the magical protections on top of the chest in there.
What is in the chest?
Dangerous items for your world, as primitive as it seems to be currently. I'm not sure if you all are willing to or ready for it, as well as the antidotes you are looking for.
All I know, good sir, is we were tasked to save a man's life who had undergone the woe. We know that the Empire wishes to plunder your relics and use them in the war. We don't want
These
that
are
to
not
happen.
my relics, these are yours. And I do not care for your world's politics or dealings. I only
Us?
care that you do not endanger other worlds with your dealings.
Us too. But we do want to save the one person who is suffering from the woe that we know of. And potentially create a vaccine or some type of antidote in case it ever spreads again or shows up again.
Well, then we only have one option. Destroy the woe in this room. And then I will show you how to open it without damaging what is inside or yourselves.
Is there an easy way to do that? Fire? Electricity?
Is
Looked
it
like
safe
we
to burn it from a distance?
We scraped one and it seemed to disappear after it was scraped into a jar.
That is not how it is destroyed. Your flames need to be very hot. More tempered than a normal fire would be. Or you have to suffocate it. Not allow it to breathe any sort of air. And it will shrivel up and weaken. So you may easily destroy it. I was working on clearing out the woe in this room when that man walked in, wanting what was in the chest. I had
You
already
described
sealed it and he wished.
Sorry.
Sorry?
So could you describe the man?
Tall, gray, whitish eyes that flickered with a hint of red. He had a large black blade on him.
And what happened to him?
He attacked me with the blade, and some magical influence left me unconnected to my magic. Upon doing that, he managed to best me in a fight. Once I was bested, they attempted to get me to open up that chest. They wanted what was inside, and I refused. So she cursed me to lie inside of my own skull without the respite of death.
If you touch the fungus, does it harm you?
Yes. That is how you contract the wool.
Got it.
Officer
Would-
Sinclair, you may thank Ruka Tato for a inspiration. Make sure you
Thank
mark
you.
that down. Remember, this does give you a retroactive reroll, but when you use it, you have to thank Ruka. Thank you, Ruka.
Thank you, Ruka.
Would encasing it in ice, that should keep it from being able to breathe, right? That would kill it?
Theoretically, yes.
How hot do we have to get the fires? Alternatively, the ice is definitely an option. I don't know that you're going to be able to get all of it with the ice. Are you, Sinclair?
I can get the 4 over here with the ice. The other 2 I would need to cast again, which would make me empty for the day. Or for an hour.
Well, the fire would have to near incineration levels to revoke any possibility of regrowth. It is a hellish task in order to burn it away.
All right, well, hellish I can't do.
This might be a.
This might be a job for Fordrum.
Probably not here, though. I don't have a lot of contact with heat and fire. I was thinking, like, damn it.
The only thing I can do is supercharge a fireball, but I don't know that that's going to hit the level of heat that we need.
I mean, I think it's worth it.
I can get rid of the 4 over here, and if need be, I'll go ahead and cast out and get the other 2. That is, of course, if encapsulating them in sub-zero temperatures, which is where the domain my powers come from, will snuff it out. All the plant life outside, once it was frozen over, couldn't grow.
None of you can do something simple like stone shape, right?
I don't have it prepared. I have stone shape.
Because it seems like we could literally just go, whoop,
Bury it.
just fold it under into the stone, and that would snuff it out.
Yeah, I didn't bring it with me. The resilient sphere allows air inside, so that doesn't do me any good.
Yeah, I was going to use Cone of Cold since it's 60 feet cone. I would hit the 4 over here easily. Especially since I'm at an elevated level.
I could stone shape forge him, but we'd have to wait a day, and we don't have 8 hours to kill. I don't think.
Nope.
Which I think we're at Sinclair's frost for 4 of them. I can try fireballing the others. If that's not enough, then Sinclair's going to have to.
I can go ahead and
Freeze the
tap
other
out
ones.
because worst comes to worst. As long as I'm inactive for an hour, I get my slots back. You know, it may be cheaty, it may not be as efficient as fire, but my ice isn't, you know, lacked in its severity of cold before. So
Master Jingles will pop his head up out of the pocket. Are we worried that if we try to burn it with your fire argon with a fireball, that maybe the spores might drift? I think if you hit with fire, Bishop might be able to cover that area with rock. Or do you think if the ice will be fine if we wait an hour?
He can do the ice twice now. He just won't be able to do anything else for an hour. Is what
Yeah.
Sinclair said.
I would just say move the box before I do it because
Oh.
everything in front of me will be covered in ice.
You are not
How-
capable of moving it, but it should be easy enough to dig out when I tell you the secrets to dispel.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Here we go then.
I make sure that everybody moves to a location that we are not in his line.
Which ones are you going after?
The 4 in front to my left first, and then I'll do the other 2. Because it's
And
a
you are
60-foot
casting-
Oh,
cone.
those.
Those 4.
Yeah, it's
I
a
didn't see
60-foot.
Correct?
Yeah. So I have enough range to hit all of them and cover this entire area in sub-zero temperature and ice. Oh, that's rolling necrotic right now. Oh, that's hex. We're not hexing.
It turns
My
into a
overlay has a
giant
glitch
creature.
where the music that I've switched between is still like sitting here on every freaking page I translate over to. So
Mm.
trying to find the cone of code template that I have. Oh yeah, that's right. That's one of the ones that don't exist yet.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I just know it's 60 foot, so the farthest one away from me is 60 feet. I just angled the cone
Yeah.
that way.
More than likely it hits everything. All right. 33 points of damage. That
Yep.
pocket is destroyed. That pocket is destroyed. That pocket is destroyed. And that pocket is destroyed.
Okay, and then
And move Corvus over to me. So that
I'm going to move just underneath this one where I can angle up to hit it and then hit the pillar above it.
Oh, Cone of Cold's a 5th level spell, right?
Yep, I'm going to have to roll D20.
Well, roll it first.
So here's the D20,
Oh,
Okay.
and
Go.
here's the second one.
So close. You were 0 off.
oh.
Oh, so
Oh,
close. So close. So close. That could have been fun. All right.
yeah.
So yeah, you throw out the second one, roll your damage. Because theoretically, they could survive.
Oh, that's the wrong one. 32.
They do not survive. You manage to shoot your cone of cold around the establishment and have it streak through the entirety of this ancient vault that you are inside of, freezing over all of the moss and watching as it coats itself in the cold substance that it does in fact shrivel up into a tiny, tiny little piece before shattering inside of your cold.
I have
Well-
one slot left for the day or for the hour.
Well, thank you
It is done.
for holding up your end of the bug. To dispel my glyphs, you need to know the command words in place to allow you to tinker with it. The command word for the glyphs is kickapoo.
Kickapoo, huh?
Yes, sir. And the command word for the lock is chupacabra.
I put my hand in the box and I go, kickapoo. You said
And immediately the
chupacabra?
two glyphs disappear. And then the makeshift lock disappears. You still see a physical lock on it. That should be the last thing stopping you. I thank you all for freeing me and being honest. I suppose your world is not as primitive as we thought it was.
That depends upon the part.
Very well.
It's fairly
Politics gets
primitive.
into a lot of
Research.
problems.
If you ever find yourself in the outer planes, reach out to Zeth.
Seth. Or
Zeth.
Zeth. Seth, I have one last question before you take off. Do you know what this is? And I'm going to
Meaning
show.
of life.
No,
Oh.
nothing quite that. I'm going to show him the stone that Corvus threw me.
Oh, you
I don't.
want to
I haven't
answer
looked
an
at it
easier
yet, so I have
question
no
than
idea
that.
if I knew it. But
Sure,
I
guess you
figured if
don't want
anybody's
to
going to
know
know
the
it's
meaning
gonna
of
be him.
life. Yeah.
Do you know the meaning of life?
Yes, of course. It's fine. I'll just tell you this and then leave. That appears to be a dispelling stone.
Interesting.
You
Would've
pick
been
it up,
helpful.
you throw it, and it will magically explode and destroy all magics up to the 5th level of learning within a 10-foot radius on impact.
That sounds very useful.
It's nice to meet you. If you know Kadamo, tell him Fordrum says hey.
Kodamo. Does not sound familiar, but sure.
Planar
Fortune
traveler.
says, hey.
Or a Aluvon card.
Aluvon card? I do not know this one either. You meet many far travelers like myself.
I got one of that. I forget his name.
You're like the third.
The one in the cave.
Fourth.
That is unique. Very well. Goodbye, all of you. They spin their hands, one moving clockwise, one moving counterclockwise, starting at 12 and 6. And as they both meet the opposite directions, you see a yellowish flare erupts around them, and they disappear from sight.
So I pull out a chisel and a hammer and I walk over toward the chest.
Yeah, I don't know how to pick locks. Our lock picking lizard left us.
Yeah.
I'm glad he left before this on account of. I don't know. Does anybody know how to open a lock other than.
No.
Yeah, no, that was his thing.
Right on. Well,
We've ran into very few locks.
yeah, we're very lucky this way. What's it made out of?
It's made out of a. It's made out of platinum that looks to be solidified with iron and steel.
Awesome. Shit. So I turn on a little flashlight on my finger. Probably need the pinky because I want something small. I'm gonna try and look into the hole with a flash with my little pinky light. Is it steel on the
Okay.
inside?
Roll me a perception check, please.
Shoot, it's metal.
You're good at metal.
Not that good.
12. There's definitely metal on the inside. If it fully is, you can't tell, but
Lock's too small.
You think super freezing it and super
If you
heating
think
it would
this is
work?
cheating, Joey, feel free to tell me no fucking way, and that's fine. But I think I want to do my channel divinity and just unwork the lock, the metal inside the lock. I just want to make it unclasp. If that's just a ridiculous request, that's fine. I
That-
understand.
is the single weakest use of channel divinity I've ever heard before in my life. Roll a d100.
Weakest.
I'm gonna say that's like the weakest one. You have to roll higher than a 20.
Hey
In order to
God, could you get this lock for me?
34.
Okay. There you go. You hear an omnipotent sigh somewhere in the universe as the lock just disassembles into tiny pieces in front of you.
Open up the
lock,
chest.
Pick this lock for me.
By the way,
Hey boss, I can't get in.
whatever. I feel like a fucking hero right now.
No one else at the party could do it.
True.
And we have this
You-
beautiful case when we're done.
Yep.
So
You
we
open
pick
up-
it up. Yes.
Yes. You open the lid, and inside of this appears to be 2 alchemical racks filled, 12 vials on each of the racks with this bluish green, very thick, viscous liquid. Each of them are corked, and they are designated with a marking on the top that Argon and Sinclair can translate as Woe Antidote. So you have 24 antidotes.
All right. If anybody has a problem with this, let me know. I'm going to slide one of these into my pouch. Just so that there's always one away from this chest. And then I say we just pick up the chest and go.
In addition
So-
to that,
Oh.
guys, there was other things in the chest.
Ooh.
Come on, you want
Good
loot,
things,
right?
I
You
hope.
want loot? You
Yeah.
want
I
loot?
would like loot.
Fine, yeah,
It's not often we get loot.
There is an onyx sphere that bears a deep, spiraling grooves and dangles from an iron chain.
That
In
sounds
addition
dope.
to that, there is a pristine silver ring that has a gray crystal sitting and embedded in the clasp.
Onyx sphere on a
Okay.
chain. Cool.
Yep. And then the silver ring that has a gray crystal sitting in the clasp.
Right.
Mr. Jingles will speak up. um, don't you think that we should all carry one of those antidotes just to be safe?
I think that having one away from the case is safer than the Empire getting their hands on more than one.
And what happens if the person carrying just the one goes and the rest of us are somehow...
Well, that's why Fortune has one on him, and it's going to go in the bag of holding that Corvus has. The box is, at least. And I don't leave Corvus's side anyway.
I mean, I'm fine with everybody taking one. I just don't want them to know about any more than the one that we found for Hero. That's the only one they need to know that we found.
I'm gonna see something. He gave us the command words for the sigils. I'm wondering if by saying them again they'll reclass the box.
No, the lock is broken, but his lock might come back with the second word. But I would hesitate to put those back up since we're going to be moving the box, and he said you can't move the box. Please.
That's a good point. We wouldn't be able to move the box if we put the locks back in place. So
Well, if I put the box in the bag of holding and while holding onto it still, say the command words, would it not just stay in the bag of holding?
then you wouldn't be able to get it back out. And I don't think you could. It's a different plane of existence. I don't think you can arm and rearm across the plane of existence.
Well, do you have a mean of locking the box?
No. I think Corvus does.
We don't need to take the box, really, do we?
The box is the racks of stuff. It would at least keep them from jostling around.
And it's platinum. I can melt it down and make it into some crazy stuff later.
I could use.
I still
some
don't
fun.
understand how a spear could fit in that box.
It depends upon a sphere, not a spear. I think
That's, right.
like a globe.
Oh, I
Oh.
heard spear.
Yeah, sphere.
Oh, I
Sphere.
said sphere. Sorry.
Sphere.
They're
Yeah.
very similar words.
Yes, they are.
And some, to be fair, some spears are short, but I did hear sphere.
I think the two martial guys heard the martial weapon over the
Do we want to?
Yeah.
Do we want to identify those now or later?
I can identify them. It'll take 10 minutes each.
Oh,
I thought
Do
10
we
minutes
have-
we could get both done.
Yeah. Well, you can do it too, can't you, Forgem? So we
Yeah.
can each do one. So we could do it in 10 minutes.
Or
I think
we
you have
could-
to cast each one individually.
I hate to be the angel's advocate here, but weren't we in a hurry?
Yeah, we are. You're right. Pack
We
it
do
up.
need to find where
Go.
the chair went. Argon, is there any way for you to track your chair?
I don't believe I have a mental link to it like that. We don't know how to get out of here. So
You know what?
Oh,
Let's
Argon,
step-
did you step back? I don't see you in the ether.
yeah,
anymore.
I did. I stepped back.
The moment you step back, you immediately go back into your body and you step out to like straighten.
All right. I say we get back to the other side of the wall and then see what we can do. Like there was a whole maybe we got to climb up a thing. The whole featherfall stuff. So maybe we backtrack out the way we knew we were supposed to come in.
Pretty sure we didn't see an exit on the other side, though. I thought we said.
There's a problem. We can't get back to the other side.
Why?
It's not right now. Because I can't reverse the opening. It's a one-way doorway.
How long until you
Also,
can
it's
do it
been
again?
longer than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
If you want to
Tomorrow.
roll
That's once per
proverbial
long.
dice, we can
Yeah, that's one
always
for long rest.
Yeah, Bishop.
try
Yeah.
to travel together like we did in the beginning.
How do you-
I could get back to the other side of the wall.
How do you feel about trying that to get us, I don't know, back to the outside of the doorway? There is no chance that's going to work.
Is there anything? Is there anything on the other sides? On the sides here, or is it just walls?
There are walls all the way up to a ceiling.
And
We
then
really didn't check the other room. We just saw the.
No,
other
I
wall.
know. Didn't
I
you
can-
say you had a way to teleport, Bishop?
I have a
Yes.
way to teleport myself and one other
Bishop
person.
was speaking.
Master Jingles chimes in. Yes, he can get us all if we're willing to roll the dice.
I don't know that we have a choice. Unless, I mean, I guess I could. Yeah, I'm assuming I can't dispel the wall with the dispelling stone. I gotta
Ooh.
imagine it's more powerful than that.
I don't know. That's a really good idea, though. What if the dispelling stone does it? And if it doesn't do it, will it expend the stone?
Well, yeah, he said the stone explodes when you throw it.
I think it's worth it. And if it works, that'd be rad.
I think it's going to be a lot higher level than 5th level.
you
Especially
super-
the range.
Can you supercharge it?
No, I can do more higher level than 5th.
I know. That's
But-
not really the request. I'm wondering if you can supercharge the stone and then throw it so that it goes crazy, but it doesn't really have a brain.
No.
I don't know how your rock works there, Bishop. But if y'all can like go wherever y'all go when y'all use that rock, I could take the rock to the other side of the wall. And only I have to suffer the negative effects of it.
Bishop says,
Well,
and Master Jingles chimes in. Well, we are not being summoned right now, so we'll have to wait.
So it sounds like the only option is to roll the dice and let Mr. Jingles and Bishop take us to the other side.
As a
Well, that's-
player, I'm scared as crap, but
The only thing I can do is teleport myself. Or, I mean, I guess we can try the stone. If we
Well-
want to try the stone.
or so we can try the stone, or we can get. How many people can you take, Argon?
I can only take myself.
That's one. Sinclair can take 2, and I can take 2.
So that would be all of us. But isn't it? I thought it was any conjuration spell, which every teleport is. So
Yeah,
if we do it
basically
that
any-
way, we're going to roll on wild magic 3 times instead
3
of
times,
once.
as opposed to just
One.
now. If we, I can. Bishop can teleport us. We just have to roll on wild magic, and then we have to hope that he's accurate.
Oh,
I just want to throw that rock. I think that'd be rad.
We wouldn't really lose
It's
anything.
also it's a one-time use rock.
Well, yeah, and by not losing anything, I mean we just found it, so
Yeah, I kind of like to keep it for something we might need later.
I can
Um,
cast 5th level spell magic.
Yeah, and the
so-
only issue with that is you roll a d20. You have a 2 in 20 chance of rolling wild magic.
And also, to clarify specifically what he said, this is a dispelling stone. Any active spell of 5th level or lower
Oh, okay.
ends. It's all. Yeah.
it's great. It's awesome. Oh, I forgot. When Bishop sees it, he goes, "Mother."
Father? I don't think this is your mother's stone, Bishop. Unless your mother was one of the worm people.
I don't know about giving a new player.
Wait a minute.
magic items. I don't want them to leave again.
Wait a minute. You got that off of the worm people?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
we found
think-
this egg-shaped rock on them.
Wouldn't they have it as a emergency use?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I have a feeling these guys came from the other side of this room, meaning the star side of this room.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get it.
So, are we trying to teleport to just to the other side of the wall where we were?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, because we can either get there, or we can try. If we want to go there, I mean, because the wall, it's still. I know we could see partway through the wall this way. Can we still see? Is it still not
About
opaque?
10 feet onto the other side.
Yeah.
You can only see about 10 feet onto the other side.
Yeah, I think we should just, because I can see it, so I can take us to where I can see.
Okay. Well, then let's do it. Let's just teleport.
If I use my game advantage, how does that work? Does that work against me? Because I'm rolling 2 dice.
Yeah, I think that's a bad idea when you're rolling that d20.
Yeah, probably not a great idea. I mean, or it's a phenomenal idea. What are the other? There's no in between.
I have a question. If you cast
Yeah.
Bless and you get to add
Uh-huh.
a D4,
It's on a
that makes-
1 or a 20, unfortunately.
Auto
Right.
fail, auto crit.
but it's a saving throw.
Yep. It's not a saving throw, it's just an ability.
Oh,
It's just a
No.
random D20.
All right.
Yeah, if
well,
it
as
was
soon
a-
as
If it was a saving throw, I wouldn't even be worried about it because I could solve him from failing. But I can't. I can only do it against saving throws.
is everyone done exploring in here? Did anyone actually explore? Look for anything, or are we just gonna
Corvus
head to the
look
other
for
side?
the 2 corpses.
I'll search around up here, see if there's anything else.
Alrighty, how long do you want to spend searching?
let's say we all take 10 minutes.
All right, 10 minutes.
I'm just gonna sit here.
Investigate, please.
I'll
Oh, fuck.
There's anything here,
glad
I
that was
found
already-
it.
For your first time with this party, you are very intrigued with what you are doing. The ancient architecture of a forgotten civilization that dwarved, ignoring the pun, the magical potencies that even the Lyceum holds today. Some of the rarest and most beautiful aspects of your entire college is based from this culture, this community. Replicas of what they've done. You start peering around at these stone pillars and structures, realizing that the architecture itself seems to be designed in a manner that would subject magic to run through it much more fluidly. Now, unlike most architecture, smooth pillars is the typical way that you want to have everything, because that is the most fortification you can have for a structure, is a circle. It's the most points of holding objects up. With this, you want the magic to flow through, so you want perfect circles that lead into spheres in different bulbs and different locations to be streaking through, where the magic would become more chaotic based off of where it flows through. And you start realizing the outer boundaries and barriers here, you would be able to replicate that. You would be capable of setting up some type of boundary that is impenetrable, utilizing this architectural knowledge and your spellcraft. Aside from that, right here, Argon, is the remnants of a teleportation circle. Cracked and broken in this one segment, but if you copy it down and you spent some time looking over it, you might be able to figure out what that broken segment is and utilize it again to teleport here. Not to teleport away from, though, because it is broken, but to teleport here.
How much time?
Copying it into your book would take you 10 minutes.
Okay.
But to study it would take you downtime, like a week, 2 weeks.
Right. Okay. But I don't need to
It's a
spend that
large-
downtime in here.
No. You
Oh,
would need
okay.
to spend it looking at your copy in your book.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I
Remember,
need
it'll
like
be a one-way teleport.
right. I need like 10 minutes.
Yes, of course. Take your time.
Then I'm gonna start copying all of it down.
You guys are spending, at this point, 1 hour here. All right, now I need to start rolling shit. All right, that's average. Yeah, that's not. That's not. That's not. That's funny. Okay. Let me mark all of that down.
Actually, fairly average. 2s and 19 and 10 in the middle.
All right. Done. Already? You spent your time, Argan.
Yes.
You've copied down the segments that you have, and now you have to just put it up on a large chalkboard and figure out what the hell that portion of the formula is. But you can do it.
I'm going to build my own wizard's retreat here.
Remember, it's one way.
Well, I know, but I could teleport
That's-
myself back out somewhere else. I just have to risk the wild magic.
You can certainly try. That's right.
Fortress of Argentude.
Yes.
So yes, now you all are ready to try to get back past the blue
Yeah.
frost.
We'll go. We'll
Okay.
I'll have us all go down to where the wall, like in front of the wall.
Okay.
It's still active, apparently, right?
Oh, absolutely. As you reach towards it, it starts reaching back towards you.
See, this is when it's good to have that fodder, so you can throw them into the wall and find out.
No.
We don't do that, Bishop. Now we might
Our good guy
experiment.
Yeah.
All right. Is everyone ready?
Corvus is hanging back. He's like, I don't want to
Sinclair
stay
went to the
here.
bio. Alrighty. What
Well, we
spell
would
you
have grabbed
casting, Bishop?
Sinclair.
Yeah.
I am going to do the teleport spell with the thing that I have, so we can take all of us to a place that I can see, and I can see. So I'm going to have us all lined up on the other side of the wall.
Okay. What level is teleport?
7th.
7th. Actual teleport is 7th level.
Yeah.
And that's what you're casting right now? Oh, you're
Uh-huh.
using your... Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, it still counts.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Roll me a D1000, sir.
I still pray.
In the year 1000.
Oh, dear baby Jesus, please let this go well.
I'm back.
Okay. What? Oh, it did.
Help me, Tom. Oh, wow.
That is either amazing or terrifying. I'm not sure what yet.
Such an interesting looking number.
It is.
Oh, that is so fascinating. All right, I need to open up
do
your character sheet, Bishop.
Chicken.
Oh, that can't be good.
Oh no.
You've
Can't we just
become
all
a-
be like in a
now become a-
Rumpelstiltskin sleep for like 10 years and
And then, all the NPCs were trying to save the lives of were dead.
gone? Yeah, just gone.
You go from a hare to a tortoise.
Wait, you've got 2 organs? Sweet.
You
Oh,
brought both
that's
organs.
the other one. Yeah. All right, let me look at your character sheet real quick.
Yep.
You all land on the other side. And Bishop, your armor feels significantly heavier, scratchier, almost splintery in nature.
Nice.
Everything metal on your person just turned into wood.
Into wood. Nice.
So your armor is wood.
You're all natural.
Caltrops is wood. Your great axe is wood.
No, I have his great
You're-
axe.
Okay, well that's safe then.
Yep.
And your gold is wood pieces now.
Oh.
Oh.
Hopefully you didn't have a lot.
Most of my gold I think was in the, and if I didn't, I think I wrote it down, but not. I'm screwed. Yeah. Okay.
Now-
I'm good. I'm good.
Because I love comedy, your armor will still work the same. It's just
Nice.
made out of wood instead.
Nice. Wooden leather or whatever it is.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's just all of the metal on your person just turned into
Dude, you can
Love it.
multi-class as a druid now. You no longer have metal armor.
Yep. Actually, what type of armor was that again?
I believe it was it studded? Let me look.
Studded
It looks
leather?
like-
I mean, that's studded
Yeah.
leather that a druid could wear now. That
Yep.
shit
Sell
could be
that.
expensive. Mm.
I'd have to stop by a shop on the way out. Okay.
I'm gonna take some notes.
Transform metal to wood. That probably horrifies you, Fortrum.
Well, I'm also thinking that as an art project, it looks like a lot of fun to try and make.
If that would have happened to Fordrum or Corvus, they would have been so sad.
That would have been awesome.
Oh yeah.
Because Corvus is carrying around like 8 different weapons. One for
Here's
each.
my-
Including the
wooden
one that
so-
lights itself
Aw.
on fire.
The wooden flame tongue blade.
Yeah. Also
That'd be
would.
beautiful.
It would earn
Beautiful.
its name of last use.
Oh, that's awesome.
See, guys, wild magic. It's not that bad.
No, it's not.
Also, I am technically carrying the party fund, so.
Oh shit! Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Good point. But anyways, now that you're back onto the other side, you look over at the remains of the 2 carcasses that were quickly dealt with by your companions, the shattered pews that line the flooring all the way back to the back wall, and you see that there appears to be a door that's crumbled down and ruined. The entire archway filled to the brim with chunks of different slates of metal and stone. Sinclair has the passive in this party, it seems, and Fordrum. The 2 of you, as everybody is looking over there, you hear a little whirl, a wind, and when you look up, there is a hole in the ceiling. Only about 50 feet or so above your heads, and you
Oh.
don't see where it ends.
Do we still have our rope of climbing?
Yes, we do. I've been holding on to that bad boy since the box.
No, but I ask because there was a moment where, Guilty had a rope that he wasn't sure where it had come. We weren't sure where it had come from. So,
Mm-hmm.
He did not take your rope of climbing.
okay.
Nope. I've been holding on to it since it was the way to get the box down safely without teleportation magic. When we
Yes.
were
Well, then
traversing
He
those
just
hills.
has a different rope that somebody else had,
Here,
not among all of you.
give me the one end of the rope of climbing. I'll go up and I'll secure it for everyone to climb.
Okay.
I'll fly up out of the hole, drive a piton in, let the rope attach itself, and hang down. Come on up.
Alrighty.
I just
Everybody.
make a loop and then have the rope carry me up.
And I'll help everybody at the hole as they get there.
Alrighty. Now, as you fly up there, Fordrum,
Yep.
you notice that the hole continues going up and up and up. There are a few periodic landings every 90 or so feet.
Oh. Well, this is progress.
Does anybody have anything to assist themselves with climbing up?
Actually,
I
by
still have my
make-
climbing gear.
making a loop in the bottom of it so I can use it as a foothold, I can use the command word to make the rope bring itself back up to the top coil.
That'll only work on you.
Right, and that's only 50 feet of rope.
feet, yeah.
So
I have the gloves we made out of the whatever the
fur?
Androsphinx.
the Androsphinx.
Mm.
Didn't those help with climbing?
Yeah.
They do,
But-
yes.
Because I'm currently wearing those as part of my disguise.
Well, speaking of your disguise,
Well-
do you want to re-equip to your actual gear?
Not yet, because we don't know where Roberta is yet.
Well,
Bishop's
I would
gonna
like all
fly.
of you. Okay. I would like all of you who are not flying your way up there to roll me an athletics check. Argan, you have advantage thanks to your glove. Sinclair, since you're using the rope of climbing, you also have advantage. Corvus, you have climbing gear.
Yep.
You also have advantage. Look at
Ah,
that.
sweet.
And I will
Mundane. item.
assist any and everybody.
And we said that would be a poor investment when we threw away 3 of them on the slopes climbing up to the mountain.
You all make it up about 180 feet. No problem. It's taken about 10 minutes for the 3 that are climbing. The 2 that are flying, is there a time limit to your fly?
Good question.
I think it's. What's my.
Mine are the
believe it's
boots.
10 minutes.
So I thought it was 10
Which is
minutes.
Yeah,
Right.
I can do.
So either you- Yeah.
Go ahead.
So either you wait for your allies and then you'll have to start climbing, or you fly all the way to the top and hopefully your fly gets you there before you have to start climbing.
I can
Which
do my. Oh, go
Yeah,
ahead,
Bishop.
Fordham.
I'll just fly all the way up. I mean, if I get